Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about how I usually apply my blushers, and I have a range of blushers that I'll be going through today, and this consists of cream blushers, tints, jelly tints, powders, and liquid tints. So there are many ways to apply all these blushers, but I'm just going to show you the ways that I do and I like best that suits my skin the most. So if you want to know more on how I apply these different blushers, then stay tuned. I'm going to start off by talking about the tint blushes, and this is the Nymph Aura Jelly Tint Blusher that I usually use. It has a thicker jelly-like texture as compared to my favorite Benetint liquid tint blusher. So basically both of them are tints and basically lasts the whole day because it's a cheek stain. Like any lip stain, it stains your cheeks. So what I usually do, I'm going to take my Benetint. It comes as a brush like that, like a nail polish brush. I'm going to just apply this to the center between my nose and ear. I'm going to apply this to the center area, just like that, by dabbing it. And then I'm just going to take my finger and blend it upwards towards my ear and then back down towards my cheeks. The good thing about using tint is that it's really buildable, and you don't want to apply it too much at one go because it will stain really quickly and you may not be able to blend it fast enough. So usually I like to do a few layers of this. So just apply this to the center and then just blend this out with my fingers. And to the other side as well, so you can see clearer. Every time you use tint, you should really try to blend it as fast as possible so that it doesn't stain just that certain area of your cheek and it doesn't look too patchy. So yeah, just one more layer. It's really buildable, so I usually tend to put about 2 coats. And you don't want to blend it too near the nose so that you don't look too red in this area and you look like you're highlighting your cheekbones and giving it some color. So yeah, that's how I apply the Benetint liquid blush tint. And I love how tints give that flushed rosy glow to your face, but it doesn't appear like it's too heavy a blusher. If you want it to be a little bit more red or a little bit more pinkish, you just have to apply a few more layers, but to me this is just enough to show that difference in my cheekbone. So I'm going to leave my liquid tint blusher on my face, and then I'm going to move on by showing you how I apply my Nymph Aura Jelly Tint Blusher. And this is one of my favorite tint blushers because of its jelly-like texture. I just usually squeeze out about this much. And with my 2 fingers, I just take a little bit of the product, and to the same thing, I'm just applying this to the center area of my cheeks like that. And I'm just going to blend this upwards and then back towards my cheekbones. And to me, I feel that the jelly-like texture makes it really much easier to blend than the liquid one. And I'm just going to use whatever's left on this finger and just show you how I blend it up. So I'm just blending it upwards towards my ear and back down towards my cheeks. And you just want to use circular motions to just blend this all in. And that's how I apply my jelly tint blushers. Now there's really a lot of blusher on my cheek. I'm going to wipe this off and layer on my foundation again, and then I'm going to show you how I do my cream blushers as well as my powder blushers. So now I have removed all of my cheek tints on my face and applied one more layer of foundation over my cheeks area. I'm going to show you how I apply my cream blushers, and this is my Too Cool for School art class blusher in pink, and this is from Korea. So basically I just take a little bit of it like that, this much. The thing about cream blushers is that it appears really thick when you take it out of the tube itself or out of the palette, but when you apply it to your face, it actually blends out pretty well and it's pretty buildable. It's not too thick on your face. So yeah, this is how much I use, and again with my other finger, like how I did with my Jelly Tint Blusher, I just apply this to the center of my cheeks. Taking my F80 Flat Top Kabuki, I'm just going to swirl this and blend this into my cheeks. I'm doing the same thing by swirling up towards my ear and then back down. And you can see that the color is not really that thick on my face, so it's very buildable. So taking just a bit more, I'm just applying this again in one stroke across from the center of my cheeks all the way up to my ear. And I'm just going to blend this. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side of my cheek. So that it shows up a bit better on camera, I'm just going to apply a bit more, like that. And I'm just going to swirl this. You can see how my cheeks have instantly lightened up the moment I've applied on the blusher, and I really love this color because it's a really sweet pink and it doesn't appear too strong on my cheeks, so it just gives your cheek a really nice flush. So you want to keep the blusher just concentrated within this area of your cheekbones so that it defines your cheek a little bit more and gives your cheek a really nice rosy flushed feel. So don't worry if you don't have the same type of brush as me. I know this brush is pretty pricey, especially because shipping it over to Singapore is not cheap, but just any blush brush will do basically. Just find a brush with fine dense bristles, hair bristles, and it would do the work. And if you don't have any brush at all, which is what I used to do last time when I was younger, all I did was just use my fingers and blend it in. I do recommend using a brush to apply these cream blushes because it really helps to blend it into your foundation a lot better. To show you how I do my powder blushes, and this is the easiest. I'm sure most of you have powder blushes. I'm just gonna take my Sephora Blush Me in Rose Rebelle. It looks really pink, but when you apply it, I assure you it does not come out that pigmented. I'm just gonna take my Sigma F40 large angled contour brush, and I'm just taking a bit of that. Just want to tap the excess off. And I'm just going to apply this same thing from the center of my cheeks upwards to my ear and back down. So I'm just going to do the fish face. And I'm just lightly stroking this upwards and then back down and upwards and back down, and just swirling this in. Powder blushes usually help with contouring your face as well, and I usually like to load my powder blush on top of any cream or jelly tint blush that I have already applied on because I feel that it stays on longer. So using the tints or the cream blushes actually help blend in with nicely with your foundation, but then using the powder blushes actually help to set the blush. So that's how I usually apply my blushes. And yeah, So if you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. So if you want to know more about the type of blushers that I really love using, and you want me to do any reviews on any of the other blushers, just leave your requests in the comment box below and I will note it down. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye!